there's lots of people who say, well, you've got to stay in Labour because there's no alternative. We can't, that will never build an alternative left-wing party to Labour, a mass membership party to Labour. We can't do that. It's impossible. There's a lot of negativity around that. But looking at your record, you've done very well in by-elections, especially where you've really rocked the Labour Party to the foundations on your own. I mean, pretty much on your own. I mean, I'm not, obviously those are people were there helping you, but you are evidence that it is possible that those breakaway left-wing parties can do it. And what would you say to the people who say it can't be done?
I'd say, well, what else can we do but try to make it happen? For all the reasons I've just said, Labour is dead. It's dead as any kind of vehicle for socialism. It's not dead electorally. It can still get elected, but it won't, indeed can't, do anything that anyone who calls themselves a socialist would be interested in doing. So if you're a careerist and you just want a seat on a bench somewhere, either a hard bench in the local council or a soft one in the House of Commons, Labour is obviously still the best bet for you. But don't pretend that you're going to change anything significantly by being elected under that rubric. Look, I said on the day I was expelled that Mr. Blair would rue the day. I remember rolling my R's. He would rue the day that he had done this, and Labour came to rue it twice, in Bethnal Green and Bow in 2005 and in Bradford West in 2012. And they came quite close to ruining it in the Batley and Spen by-election last year, when I got, I think, 22% of the vote. And believe me, they had to pull out all the stops, legal and illegal, in order to keep me at bay there. So it can be done. But not everyone can do it, as has been proved. Many people, fine people, like Chris Williamson, for example, who's a good friend of mine and who I stood by from the first minute of his cavalry at the Calvary, I should say, at the beginning of the torture of and crucifixion of Chris Williamson. Chris got a very miserable vote when he stood for Parliament, despite being a person of upstanding character and outstanding quality. So not everybody can do it, and not everyone can do it every time, as I am also an example of. I mean, I stood in West Brom in 2019 to try and help defeat Tom Watson, a noble cause, you might agree, but I did very poorly there. So not everyone can do it, and not everyone can do it all the time.